Several freshman Democrats from swing districts are joining the effort that Nancy Pelosi helped push along yesterday. Here's the op-ed from the Washington Post saying these allegations are a threat to all we have sworn to protect. One of those is Democratic Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger, flipped the seat in Virginia in 2018. And welcome to our program and good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
You have kept your powder dry until now. So what changed?
This is a different, specific set of circumstances. And what those of us who wrote this op-ed wanted to assert is that these allegations against the president, allegations that he may have sought to use his power to influence and pressure a foreign country to provide dirt and information on his potential political opponent, and that he may have sought to use taxpayer dollars, security assistance dollars, as leverage in that effort to pressure them, that those allegations are so substantial and that the American people need to know if they are true or false.
Okay, you said a lot there. Have you seen the whistleblower report?
I have not seen the whistleblower report. That is a challenge because that report, though required by law, has not been provided to Congress yet.
Have you seen a transcript of the conversation with the president and the Ukrainian president?
I have not seen a transcript, and this is exactly why it is that I have said, we need to better understand what happened. We need to be able to say that these allegations are true or false.
Okay, the fact that you haven't seen either, but I go back to your first answer, you're very conclusive in the direction you're headed. Why would that be?
No. I am not conclusive. I have said I'm a former CIA case officer. I'm a former federal agent. My whole perspective is that we need to fully understand what happened. And I think that the American people, regardless of where they fall on the political spectrum, should want to know definitively that these allegations are true or false. And I think the president should want to ensure that he's vindicated if he asserts that he is innocent. And if he is not, then that is in a dire, dire circumstance and one of great national security.
Okay, last night on CNN, you said this: the circumstance is cut and dry. The president allegedly sought to influence from a foreign leader. How can cut and dry and allegedly be used in the same sentence based on the limited information we have at the moment, Congresswoman?
Yeah, so the cut and dry, I think, in the larger discussion that we were having is it's cut and dry what it is that we're looking at. I'm not looking to talk about any other allegations against the president when I am saying that these offenses are deeply, deeply concerning, and if true, represent impeachable offenses. I'm speaking only of these newest allegations. And I think that that's an important thing to discuss for those of us who are talking about the seriousness of these allegations, the need for further investigations, the need to understand if these allegations are true or false. It is specific to this threat because this is a national security priority. If these allegations are true, this is a grave moment for our country. If they are not true, we want to ensure that every person in this country and around the world knows that.
Understood. I'm hearing a lot of ifs in that. We'll see what we get here in about 15 minutes. Now, Republicans would allege ever since the morning after the election that Democrats have wanted to get this president out of office. And I know you're well aware of that. But
I think there's a lot of
comment
Democrats
from the floor of the House, May of 2017, and this is just one. Congressman from Louisiana, roll this.
I rise today, Mr. Speaker, to call for the impeachment of the President of the United States of America for obstruction of justice. We are talking about a president who fired the FBI director who was investigating the president for his connections to Russian involvement in the president's election.
Here we go, way down the road from that statement there. And, whether it was Bob Mueller, I'll just get to the question. Whether it was Bob Mueller and the Russia connections in the election, whether it was Stormy Daniels, or pick the controversy du jour. Is it true that Democrats in your caucus are just waiting for an opportunity to find something dependent on this White House? At this point, is that the case?
I can't speak for every Democrat in the caucus. We fall across a very broad spectrum. What I can speak to is the fact that there have been allegations after allegations, and I have previously said I support the system, the committees of jurisdiction doing what they need to do. I was not going to call for an impeachment inquiry. I was not going to call for an investigation. The process was working. But these specific allegations represent a tremendous national security threat. And that is why I think it is important that we talk about them separately, that we recognize the threat that they pose, and that I want to be honest with the American people that my concerns about these particular allegations are so great that they do, in fact, if true, and only if true, represent impeachable offenses. And every member of Congress, regardless of how they feel about this president, regardless of whether they were happy or sad in November of 2016, has a responsibility to be thoughtful and very, very measured in our efforts to actually pull out the facts, because it is our duty to uphold the Constitution, to protect this country, and to ensure that we are doing it in a thoughtful way with the trust of the American people.
I appreciate
this should not
yours.
be partisan.
I hope